What's up, everybody? It's your boy Dre, and I'm back with another lit reaction. Make sure y'all smash that like button. Keep subscribing to my channel. Yo, we got a crazy story here today, man. Starting off with that Tinder stuff. You feel me? Like, yo, if y'all, how many of y'all use Tinder? How many of y'all use Tinder right now? I mean, I believe most of us have used Tinder in our lifetime. But this right here is a Tinder horror story, yo. Let's get into the video, man. Like, this is something different, man. I hope y'all like it, but yo, it's crazy.
Anyone from the app ever again.
I heard a little bit of it, but yo, I had to stop it, and I'm like, yo, I gotta do a reaction for this, like, reaction worthy.
I was on Tinder a few months ago when I was bored. I wasn't looking for anything in particular. Definitely not a relationship, though. Just one of those times to see who swiped me for fun and having pointless chats. Plus, there was always that chance that a girl would be down to meet up for the night and, you know, maybe I'd get lucky. That didn't happen this night, though. I was the opposite of lucky. My first 20 or so swipes were full of matches. I sent corny pickup lines to a few of them that I found attractive. However, there was one girl who messaged me first. Her name was Michelle. She was a 23-year-old blonde. She was a solid 9 out of 10. Almost unrealistic.
Alright, when somebody, that's a clear flag. When somebody is a clear, like, when they look like a certain way on their pictures, the pictures look like model, like, kind of like quality, that's a flag right there already, especially if they hit you up first.
Attractive. So the fact that she said hey first was pretty intoxicating. I was a little intoxicated quite literally already. She was close too. And eventually things were going so smoothly that I decided to try and be ballsy and turn the conversation sexual. That went smoothly as well. So I escalated things even more by getting her number and then texting her to try and set something up that same night. To my surprise and delight, she seemed really willing, but she wanted to meet out somewhere and hang out first before going back to her place. I was fine with that, and so she seemed to take charge and set up a time and place to meet. She said she wanted to hang in a small park by her house first at 10 o'clock. It was a little odd, but I was down. I literally counted the minutes until around 9:45 when I decided it was time to leave. Before leaving, I sent a quick confirmation text, and she said she was still down to meet. The drive to this small residential park was maybe 10 minutes, so I got there a little early. I walked over to the swing set, the exact point where she wanted to meet. I didn't want to let her know I was early because I thought that might make me seem needy or anxious, so I waited until exactly 10:02 on the dot to text her saying I was there. This was when she stopped responding. 10:05, 10:10, sitting there waiting with no response. Of course, at first I figured she was driving and couldn't check her phone, but as the minutes passed,
He thought he was gonna go to this park and get some booty. He was trying to get some cheeks, and what happened was he seen how creepy the park was. But you know, some dudes, they be like, whatever, you know, whatever, for some cheeks. Dudes will do anything for some cheeks. So it's just like, bro, look at this.
that idea started to become less realistic, and the idea that she flaked was becoming more realistic. The playground area was surrounded by trees. In fact, this whole park was very woodsy, and having been a weeknight, nobody was out and about at this time. So honestly, it was kind of creepy sitting in that park alone. The only reason I could see was because of the motion detecting light mounted onto the small bathroom shack. In one direction, the park turned to complete woods for miles, while in the other direction, beyond a few trees, was the neighborhood road. I was sitting on the swing, pushing back and forth in boredom and disappointment. When I froze, the sounds of the squeaky metal swing chains stopped, allowing me to hear something echo out from the little bathroom shack.
Yeah, see that? Yeah, exactly. This went all of a sudden you hear that sound. That's when you leave. That's when you leave. That's when you get the hell up out of there. Not for no cheeks. I ain't dying for no cheeks.
Sounded like, you know, a typical sound you'd expect to hear from inside one of those bathrooms. Like somebody pressing down on the handle of the paper towel dispenser or something like that. What I'm trying to say, it sounded intentional, meaning someone might have been in there. Now this wouldn't be a completely strange thing. After all, it's a public park. Only I would have thought that they would lock the bathrooms up at this hour. And who else would actually be in this tiny park at 10:15 on a weeknight?
A serial killer?
Then I suddenly felt a vibration
The boogeyman?
in my pocket. So excited,
The booty
I
man?
looked out the phone and saw a new text from Michelle. The text said exactly this. "Hey, just got here. Come into the bathroom. I have a surprise for you." My heart dropped as I read this. I felt butterflies in my stomach. Not like an innocent nervousness, more like a disturbed and freaked out feeling.
That's when you get up out of there, bruh. You know how you just be kind of stuck? You know what I'm saying? You trying to hear everything, but you ain't trying to make no noise yourself. You know what I'm saying? You trying to walk away, and you feel like something behind you, like somebody grab you. That's how you feel in that situation. Nah, you gotta get the hell up out of there. That's crazy. People, stop taking chances with your life. Stop it.
Thumbs were hovering over the phone as I was conjuring up something to type in response. Then she sent another text saying, "Get off the swing and come here." As I read the text, I looked up to the tiny bathroom building and opened my mouth, almost ready to scream, when I saw half of a person's face peering out from the entrance from one of the bathrooms, leering over to me on the swing.
Oh!
Only for me.
That's cringy. So this mug was like, come into the bathroom. Hell no. Hell no.
Half a second did I actually see a good portion of their face though, because they slowly moved out of sight. To be honest, in the heat of the moment, I couldn't even tell if it was a male or female. But I knew something bad was going on, and I knew I was disturbed as hell by this situation. So I got off the swing quietly and tiptoed away from the playground. When I was far enough away, I ran for it back to my car. That run back to my car itself was one of the most horrific experiences of my life, because I had the constant fear of somebody chasing me in the back of my mind.
Thank you.
As soon as I locked my car, I was able to pause for a breather. But up until that point, nothing compared to the gut-wrenching fear that I felt when I took one last look into the park and saw a grown man emerge from the trees running towards my car. I turned the key in the ignition and practically threw the car in drive before it was even fully started. When I was halfway down the road and looked back, there was nobody in the street. When I pulled into my driveway, I sat there for 10 minutes, thinking and reflecting. I felt like I had become a changed person at that moment, like I knew what it truly felt like to appreciate life after having my life threatened. I deleted my Tinder account and then deleted the app. I didn't tell any of my family members besides my older brother. I've had a girlfriend for the past 2 months, so luckily, I don't even have to think about using that app anymore.
Alright, y'all. That was creepy. I think that's the most creepy thing that we done had on this channel so far. But it brings something different to the channel. But yo, we're gonna have to talk about this. So yo, if you're in a situation, if you're using Tinder, let's enlighten people. If you're using Tinder, do not meet up with people you do not know in places like that. That's a no-go. Not for no cheeks, not for nothing. Don't put yourself in that situation, because there's some bad people out here in this world, some people that have mental issues. And I think the internet has brought the worst out of people with these problems, because it's easier for them to manipulate people and to get people in a vulnerable spot where they can do what he was about to get done to him. You never know what could have happened to this dude. He could have been murdered, he could have been like raped, he could have been, you know, robbed, seriously injured, like anything. You can be stalked. Just make sure you're doing the right thing with your social media. Like, this is crazy, man. Like, don't put yourself in this situation. That's bad. That's bad, man. Your life could have ended just like that. Just like that. And he was making every excuse to give himself a little bit, make himself feel a little bit better about the situation. Like, oh, she hasn't showed up, but you know, like, but this, or what if this? Like, no, leave. Leave, not right now, right now. Ugh. That's cringy to me, but yo, make sure y'all like this video, man. Keep subscribing to my channel, and I'll see y'all in the next video, man. But make sure y'all stay safe out here in this world. Like I always say, spread love, because there's too much hate in this world. I love you guys, and I'm out.